ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्। अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। Verse number 12. यदादित्यगतं तेजः जगद्भासयतेऽखिलम् यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्। गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा उष्णामि चौषधिः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृत् वेदविदेव चाहम् When someone refers as I, or when the Shastra says you, the word you has two meanings, three meanings in fact. One, the direct meaning, or the meaning which an ignorant person has with reference to I. If someone is referred as, hey, you come here. Hey, how are you? Who are you? The answer would be, I am fine, I am not fine, I am so and so. That self-identity or that meaning of you is called vachyartha, word meaning. Okay? Vachyartha of you. Then there is lakshyartha also of you, implied meaning of you. In other words, sopadhik aham, nirupadhik aham. There are two, as though two I. What is vachyartha? When Shastra tells this equation, then Puja Swamiji would say, Rishi mathematics, you are one with the Lord. Tat tvam asi. That means these two padas are equal, like A is equal to B. Now that is an equation. When someone questions the equation, it only means either the person has not understood what exactly means by A, or what it means by B, or what it means by both. Like, just a first grade toddler is told 25 minus 10 is equal to 5 plus 10. He doesn't, he knows only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are telling 25 minus 10 equal to 5 plus 10. Doesn't understand. That means this A, padam, 25 minus 10 is not understood, much less 5 plus 10 is understood. If the child understands, then he will say, yes, you are right. Similarly, when Rishi says, hey, you are Brahman, that means either I don't understand who am I, or don't understand that who is Brahman or the Lord, or both. Correct? Either three possibilities. Now, when Shastra, but at the same time, that is where Shraddha comes in. Kathametad vijaniyam. How can I understand it is true? What I told you yesterday, Arjuna telling to Lord. Lord says, I told this to Vivasvan. And that is what I am telling you today. You are born recently. How could you have told that? That is a question. Shraddha is, how can I understand this equation? That you are the one who told to Vivasvan. That is Shraddha. So what Shastra says must be true. But I don't gulp it down. That becomes andhashraddha, blindness. I try to understand. When there is a virodha, opposition, how can it be? That means, I told you 3 possibilities, and the last one is the possibility. I have not understood, who am I? When Shastra says, you are that limitless Brahman, that my experience is, I am limited, which I identified, or let us say, not use the word identified at the moment, I known with body-mind complex. Known as this. And Ishvara, Jagat Karta, etc. This. So that is a direct meaning. Tvam pada vachyartha. You are. There is a virodha in vachyartha. Direct meaning there is a opposition. Implied meaning it is same. How? When Shastra says that you and I have opposition, the self-identity is incidental. Incidental means what? With reference to this physio-psycho complex, I am revealing that identity. I am that. That is called as sopadhika, upadhika I. Upadhik means with upadhi. This upadhi means what? With reference to body-mind complex. And unfortunately, it is not with reference to, it is because of identification. Exactly like on a stage, actor says, oh, I am a beggar. That I am a beggar, that identity is incidental. What is incidental? Incidentally, he is wearing the dress of a beggar and says, I am beggar. That is a direct meaning. But when he says implied, that means he knows it is incidental. A person who has gone mad while playing the roles can literally say, I am beggar. There is no lakshyartha, there is no implied meaning. That dress is called upadhi. Okay? By mere presence, technical definition is upa samipe sthitva swaguna dharman adhatte. It imputes its qualities to the one who is near it, available to it. And they give example of crystal and a flower. So, by mere presence of body, which is like a dress, I am man, woman, young, old. Some of you might be knowing the 2nd chapter verse, Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya. This is a dress. Just as actor has a dress, this is also a dress. Actor wearing beggarly dress saying, I am beggar, that I am beggar identity is incidental with reference to dress. But my saying I am male, female, that is not identification. And since it causes identification, it is called as upadhi. So I have the beggar or the stage on the stage has 2 identity. One, the beggar, and second, the person. Correct? One is sopadhik identity with reference to upadhi, with reference to incidental thing that is available with it, and second, its own nature. Now, to know this is Amitabh Bachchan for that matter, that's all actor I remember, there may be a few more. This is factor so and so. Do we need to physically remove the dress? Or we can understand this is not a beggar, this is such an actor. We can understand. Correct? It's a discrimination process. Physical separation is not necessary. Similarly, here I am the subject. The one who knows this physio-psycho complex. All along, I am knower, I know. See, human being is basically a cognitive person. Whole life you keep knowing. That is why the baby is born, he looks around the fan. What is there? Look at the eyes. So big open. And by the time baby is 1 or 2 years, they ask question. What is this? Why this? Etc. Keeps inferring and trying to understand. Without any teaching, formal coaching class or without any training, baby knows how to switch on the TV and video. You don't need. And without such formal coaching training, teenage knows how to drive a car. Just daddy has to leave the key at home. That's all. If it's Indian daddy. American, I don't know. Western. But Indian daddy should go somewhere out and leave the key. And make sure that he should know that daddy is not coming for next 4 hours. That's enough. To know. Knower. That I know, the knower per se is what? That I, when I say I am, so and so, that adding so and so is what? Aupadhikam. I am male, female, happy, unhappy, engineer, doctor, so on. Belongs to what? Body-mind complex, which is incidental. I am wielding. That is my incidental swarupam. That is called Vachyartha. What is Lakshyartha? I am, that bare consciousness. Which consciousness? Which is formless, which is attributeless. There is a limitation or problem in communication. Words are limited by. I can give you example of actor. Beggar is Saupadhikam, but the individual is also Saupadhikam. Actor so and so. He is not formless, qualityless, falana. There is a quality attribute, there is a person. Anyway, that I am is the Lakshyartha. Okay? You, when Shastra says, you are one with the Lord. So Tattva means you are that. That you doesn't mean that male, female, happy, unhappy, sukhi, dukhi, limited, etc. This is all Sopadi. For that matter, again you have to imagine, there is an actor who has a long span of career of 30 years, played all types of roles, and finally in the last movie he became mad. He could not take it. From tomorrow nobody will invite me. I will be unemployed. I have been on the top all these years. This is last movie. They get into depression. Some people have problem. Like our Sachin Tendulkar told, I cannot imagine that I have to live a life without cricket. Because he was so identified with her. That fellow was such a great person, Indian cricketer. He has all the records. Even after retirement, he made record. Prime Minister of India talked to him on his own. That has become a record, Indian Prime Minister called him at the airport and congratulated him for Bharat Ratna. Anyway, coming back to this point. He really goes mad, suppose. Then in the hospital it is told, hey, you are none of this. You are that actor original. But when he opposes, no, how can I be? I am these. That is the problem of not understanding A equal to B. A is nirupadik, I, free from any upadhi. I am what? Just sit down, don't disturb. Give him. Just give him. Sit down. That nirupadik I is equated to Tat, that Lord. And just as I have Sopadikam, Lord also has Sopadikam. What is his upadhi? By which that I am, that consciousness, becomes as though Jiva. is called as Jiva limited because of this physio-psycho complex. The upadhi of the Lord is Maya, because of which he becomes Ishvara. Because of Maya, because of this upadhi, I am limited in space and knowledge. He happens to have that upadhi, because of which he is limitless in terms of knowledge, in terms of power. Sarva Shaktiman, Sarvagna. Omniscient and omnipotent, we call the Lord, because of Maya upadhi. That is, Maya upadhi is its Sopadhikam Rupam. And this I am, all everything added, is my Sopadhikam Rupam. Equation is of when you are that is Nirupadhikam. So, Sharirityadi Upadhi Sahitaha Sopadhikaha Jivaha Maya Upadhi Sahitaha Ishvara. The one Brahman with that Maya Upadhi becomes Ishvara, God, the creator, sustainer, and the one who does dissolution. And I am the limited entity. Now, to reveal this identity at the level of Nirupadhika, this section begins from verse 16, 17, 18. Here, now, Ishvara's Sobadhikam Rupam is discussed. And just as my Sobadhikam existence, my incidental existence, my relative existence is twofold. What is twofold? Every day I go to sleep. In the sleep, whole I is in a seed form. Whole I becomes unmanifest. And from that unmanifest, I start manifesting. All the three avasthas, Jagrat, Swapna, and Sushupti, belongs to whom? Me, the I. And the Sushupti happens to be that avastha, that state. Sushupti means sleep. Jagrat means waking, dream and sleep. Waking and dream are put in one category, sleep in another category. Why? Sleep state is unmanifest state. Waking state is manifest. Dream also manifest. So that manifest state, which is characterized by what? I am constantly changing. Moment to moment. Look at this waking body. It is constantly changing. Look at this waking mind. It is constantly changing. Attitudes, knowledge, everything changes. So, and dream also it is changing. The dream body, dream world is also changing. The pace is different, but it is changing. Since these two states that are constantly changing, therefore it is called Kshara Avastha. Okay, you can say. And that seed form state, where I am in a seed unmanifest is non-changing. Thank God it is not changing. Suppose when we sleep and it changes, every day fellow gets up is a different fellow. A change has taken place. His emotions will change, his attitudes will change, his understanding will change, knowledge will change. And for what? Which way it will change, God only will know. So every day becomes a fresh day. And therefore the whole pharmaceutical industry would work to keep the fellow awake for a long time. So that you can deal with something you can do. So the fellow got married yesterday night, and morning say, "Oh sister, how are you?" So he will start with that. Sudden change. It is changeless. It is, sleep state is a blanket of ignorance. Total ignorance. To both, neither I know the world outside, nor I know myself. Just a blanket. It is an experience of no experience. Like even in a dark room if you go, with eyes open, in a studio camera those days, okay, nowadays a different studio. In a dark room, there is a light inside. So you see everything with eyes open. Suddenly they switch off all the light and you don't see anything. Same also sleep. When I wake up I say, I did not experience anything. Absolutely, as though in a winter you cover up with a blanket yourself. Similarly, I cover up with ignorance. So that unmanifest state is also called as causal state. Okay? In English, in Sanskrit they call it Karana Avastha, Karana Sharira. The dream state is called Karana Sharira identification, Upahita Chaitanyam. Dream is just subjective, projected by mind. It is all subtle. Whole dream is subtle. Objects are subtle. The experiencer is subtle. All it is in thought form. That is called as Sukshma Avastha, Sukshma Sharira Avastha. Subtle. Waking is gross. Sthula Sharira Avastha. So this same consciousness, these three states are like Upadhi. What Upadhi? Sthula Sharira Bhimani, Sthula Sharira Upahita Jagrat, Sukshma Sharira Upahita Swapna, Karana Sharira Upahita Sushupta. Endowed with gross body, identifying with the gross body is waking. What is sleep? You give up gross body identification. But then dream in between. Subtle body is there, mind is there. So, Sukshma Sharira identification is Swapna Avastha. And in a sleep, since it's a blanket of ignorance, it is called causal, unchangeable. And that causal is called Avyaktaha, unmanifest. Or you can call it Akshara Avastha, for our understanding. Akshara means no change. Same way, in the totality, there is creation. There is a gross creation as well as subtle creation. Like heaven, etc. You don't go with this body. There are different things, different experiences. So this two-fold creation is called Ksharaha. And this Pralayavastha, dissolution of the whole creation, when it is in a seed form, unmanifest form, whole creation as though goes to sleep. As though goes to sleep means including time and space, everything not there. Creation is in a seed form, waiting for manifestation. That is called as causal, total causal. Understand? Samasti Karanavastha is Maya, from which whole thing comes. Belongs to whom? Lord. Mama Maya Duratya. He claims this is my Maya. The only difference is, as I told you in the previous class, when I see the dream, I am also creator. I create the world. I have that power. Only difference is, he is not under the spell of Maya. Maya listens to him. My Maya doesn't listen to him. That's all the problem is. This fellow in the office hang the board. I am the boss. Be clear. And behave with proper understanding. He had joined just first day in a hall of friend, strict boss. After the fourth day, telephone receptionist put a note on the table. Madam has asked for the board which you took away from the home. I am the boss. She has asked. You took away from the home. She has asked for the board back at home. Then everybody understood it is namesake only. That Maya is Ishwarasya Vashe. That is called Aksharavastha. Okay? Now, one more thing. Waking state belongs to whom? Tell me. To me, I, correct? I. Dream also, I. Sleep also, I. And if I say I am Purusha, so Purusha is waker, Purusha is dreamer, Purusha also is sleeper, with reference to physio-psycho complex. So when I say waking and dream is Kshara and sleep is Akshara, I can always say Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha. Why do I say Kshara Akshara Purusha? Because Kshara is not different from Purusha. Akshara is also not different from Purusha. Maya is not independent. Karanavastha is not independent. It is He, Maya Dhaksha, and I preside over Maya and start the creation whenever I feel like. Not feel like, whenever it is necessary, at a proper time. I create the world. So, both Kshara and Akshara are called Purusha. But what is this Kshara Akshara? Think of the beginning. Urdhva Moolam Adashakam. So the whole tree is divided into two, Kshara and Akshara. But it is what? Purusha. Why Purusha? Because both are sustained and enlivened by I, the Purusha. My waking state is sustained and enlivened. Dream state is also sustained and enlivened by whom? I, the person. Can you think of waking state without I? Can there be a waker without that Sakshi consciousness? Cannot be. Can there be a dreamer without the consciousness? Cannot be. Can there be a sleeper without the consciousness? Cannot be. Rexona can be. Bata can be sleeper. But not other sleeper. I am always there. Since both Kshara and Akshara are sustained by Purusha, they are enlivened by Purusha, therefore it is called Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha. But understand one thing, after all it is Purusha. Understand? It is not separate from Purusha. And then what is that state which is Nirupadhikam? If I am told, you are twofold, waker and sleeper, you are you. Waker is Kshara, waker and dreamer is Kshara Purusha, sleeper is Akshara Purusha. But then there is somebody who assumes these three. There is somebody who is there in and through the three. When there is waker, the dreamer has no entry. The sleeper has no entry. When there is dreamer, waker has no entry. The fellow is dreaming that I am in a desert, thirsty, hungry, dying. Waker will come, oh my shadow, have the water. Will it be there? It can't. There is no entry. These waker, dreamer and sleeper are mutually exclusive. There is somebody in me, I repeat, in me, quote unquote, who has knowledge of the three. That means he is in all the three. Who is independent of all the three. Like beggar, what the beggar did is known to police inspector. And what police inspector did was known to king. And what the king is known to beggar means all the three roles are played by one actor, one person. There is one I in all the three. Otherwise, in theatre, in a movie, beggar will not know where the police inspector is. But actor knows. As a beggar, I have to beg like this, and as a police inspector, I have to go like this. He will play both the roles. I am the one who plays all the three roles, waker, dreamer, and sleeper. That is Nirupadhikam Aham. That is Tattvam Pada Lakshyartha. You doesn't mean waker, doesn't mean dreamer, doesn't mean sleeper. You means the one who is in and through all the three and different from it. So also Paramatma, Ishvara, who becomes Srishtikarta, Sthitikarta, Layakarta, Sarvagna, Sarvashaktiman. Sarvavyapi, blah, 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 blah. Sarva guna sampannaha. That gunas are what? Maya. Alpa guna, upadhi. Maya, upadhi. And that Ishvara is what he tells. Look at this, 17th verse. Uttamah purushastvanyah Paramatmetyudharutah Yo lokatrayamavishya Bibhartyavyaya Ishvaraha Uttamah purushastvanyah Paramatmetyudharutah Yo lokatrayamavishya Bibhartyavyaya Ishvaraha. He says, of these two, he told in the previous verse, Dvau Purusham, two Purushas. He says, Uttamaha Purushaha Stvanyah. Stvanya means tu anyaha. Tu means but. On the other hand, Uttamaha Purushaha, superior Purusha. It's a way of saying. Superior person is anyaha, is different. What it is? Paramatma iti udahrutaha. Udahrita means known, called, revealed or told in the Vedas, in the Shastras, where that Uttam Purusha is called as Paramatma. Who is Uttam Purusha? Anya from these two, different from these two. And he says, Yaha lokatrayamavishya, one who enters all the three worlds, means all the world, Jagat, three implies whatever perceptible, not perceptible, sthula, sukshma, vyakta, avyakta, all the worlds. And avyayaha Ishvaraha. He is imperishable and he is the Lord. Understand? Lord as a satta spurti pradata, because sustains. Like even, listen this. These three states are there: waking, dream and sleep. Who pervades all the three? I. Lokatrayam avish. I as though enter into waking. I as though enter into dream. I as though enter into sleep. From sleep again I enter into waking. Again I go to sleep, again dream, etc. goes on. Generally speaking, from waking there should be sleep and then in between dream and sleep. But some great Mahapurusha, Siddha Purusha can enter into dream while waking as well. In the waking state they dream, daydreaming they call it. Who entered? Enters means as though he assumes these three avasthas. The waker is sustained by me. The dreamer is sustained by me. The sleeper is sustained. Bibharti, Trayam. So also, Lord with Maya Upadhi, what does it do? He Lokatrayam Avishya. He enters into all. The changeless Lord. About which I have a question. How can I be that Lord? That is also not Lord. That when I told other day, when I say, I am Jiva, suppose fellow says, who are you? I am Jiva. Jiva means everything, okay? Husband and wife and brother and sister and Sukhi and Dukhi and blah, 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 blah. All crying fellow. And Lord says, I am Bhagavan. Okay. That I am is common in both. That Jivatvam is because of this body, and Bhagavantvam, Bhagavatvam, Ishvaratvam is with reference to Maya. That is Sopadhikam. There is certainly difference in Sopadhikam. There is certainly difference in Vachyartha. but in Lakshyartha, same. Like even when the rope says, I am rope, and snake says, I am snake, that I am is common in both of them. That is Ishvaraha, and that Purusha is Anyaha. Anyaha means other than Kshara and Akshara. Remember, waking and dream is Kshara. Sleep is Akshara. I am other than Kshara, Akshara. I am other than waker, dreamer, sleeper is Anyaha, totally distinct, totally independent. That I am independent, they depend upon me. So Purushaha, Paramatma is independent, Maya depends on it, and Maya causing Jagrat and Swapna, Samasti, Sthula, Sukshma also dependent upon him. He is independent, and there being independent, totally untouched. I am not touched by anything happening in dream. I am not touched by anything happening waking also. That we need to understand. Dream we understand. But the same I who assumes the role of a dreamer, actor playing all the three roles, nothing touches him. He is untouched by any role. Similarly, Paramatma is Uttamaha. Superior is in the sense of most exalted. That is the exalted Purusha. Entirely distinct, totally untouched. That is Asangatvam, totally free. That Purusha is called as Paramatma iti udahrutaha. Iti udahrutaha means kathitaha, told. It is told in Shastra, some name you have to give. So the name given is Paramatma. Uttamaha Purushastvanyaha Paramatma iti udahrita. What does it do? Lokatrayam avishya. Lokatrayam means what? Kshara aksharam pravishya. Kshara means both lokas, Sthula as well as Sukshma Jagat. Whole samsara, perceptible, non-perceptible, manifest, unmanifest, and the causal Maya, avishya, pravishta means giving them, sustaining them. Satta Spurti Pradata, because of which they are and because of whom they are enlivened. Avishya, avishya is figurative, not that Paramatma really enters into. We say, this fellow has now entered into sleep, now he is woken up from sleep. There is no going inside. It is a state of the mind. With the limitation of language we say. Now suppose the fellow is sleeping and talking something. You may say he has entered into dream. Enter is what? Just namesake, not physically entering. Otherwise dream would be bigger and that fellow goes in and comes back. Similarly, Paramatma enters. Enters means enlivens. He brings them to existence. He is total as adhishthanataya, as a substratum. Maya functions because of him. Maya survives because of him. Maya is because of him. And at the same time, he is free from Maya. Therefore, in the 4th chapter, he says, Ajopi sannavyatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakrutim swam adhisthaya sambhavami atmamaya. Because that creative power is under his control, we have no choice in assuming which body to assume. Karma. Karma vashat jivasya upadhi. Ishvara decides, shall I be Krishna or Rama? He has a choice. He can become a fish also, Matsya avatar. He can be Nrsimha avatar. You know, this animated avatar. He is neither man, neither lion, nothing. Because he is, creative power is his, because of which he creates the whole world. What's a big deal? He can create one for himself also. Like this Parle Gluco factory wala, biscuit wala. who has been making so many biscuits, millions of biscuits, can he not make one special brand for his son? He can. God can make any upadhi for himself. Therefore, we Hindus have God in any upadhi. They say, what is this God? Vara Avtara, Nrsimha Avtara, Matsya Avtara, Turtle Avtara. Then English, the turtle incarnation. Then fish incarnation. English medium children have to be taught that way. he can assume because the creative power is with him. And that's why even when he appears as Mr. Krishna, he has that Govardhan Dharana, all power with him. Goes with him. Not bound by karmas, not bound by Maya, not under the spell of Maya. He enlivens the Maya, and that's how the Maya works. Therefore, Ishvara is a Swami, master, who can create, the master of Kshara as well as Akshara Purusha. Jiva, unfortunately, is a slave of Kshara because of identification. Though incidental, taken as real, for he knows this is incidental. Whenever I want to bring out, I can bring out. Therefore, we have stories in Katha, Bhagavad. Naradji says, I want to see Maya. Come on, have it. You can have a look at it. It's with me. That's Ishvara, Ishana Sila, Swami. The all power, rulership that is there with him, that is Ishvaraha. And he further explains that. We shall see it tomorrow in the morning class. Here, there is something. Now, what all you said about, you just leave it here. Those who want can do. So, I had requested you to think on this prayer. Oh God, give me courage to change the things which I cannot, strength to accept the things which I cannot, courage to change which I can, strength to accept which I can't, and know the difference. In that connection, I had requested you, what are changeable and what are unchangeable. Then we had yesterday discussion on what are the adorable areas, how can we be more adorable qualities in individual, what efforts you would put in, and what sadhanas you can put in. Though some of the answers I found are just repetition without much specification involved. When I had asked, what efforts would you put in to overcome the shortcomings or unchangeable? One of the most common answer is, there is nothing unchangeable. That's not right. Other day you yourself wrote, this is unchangeable. And then now you say nothing unchangeable. It is not possible. And if at all you say, it has to be. It's a human being, I am limited. So what? And how will you address that? By putting more efforts. I wanted a specific answer. Putting effort is also not an answer. So, some of them like learning Sanskrit. It doesn't help any which way. Anyway, still, we have summarized what all you said. Okay? Whatever it is. This is, day before yesterday, I had asked you to write what is your take home. How you want to proceed. This is take home from my side. Okay? That you please take home. Just off and on look at it. Most, don't take it, I'm telling you. I've seen quite a number of people like this. There is a saying from Muslim, Jumme ke Jumme. Friday to Friday. That's all the prayer goes. One Friday to another Friday. Then in between they don't bother. Jumme ke Jumme, they have saying. Similarly, we have attitude of camp to camp. In between, you get so entangled in your work and then busy. Therefore, I got these special files. If it is lying, you will remember there is something, At least when you go back, your children will ask, hey mom, where did you get it? It's nice handicraft. And that was the idea. Come se come, he will open up. And someday you will open up. I request you to at least see this, what you wrote. This is an introspection. Our day-to-day life is so demanding nowadays, more so the professional life, if you are a professional. And somehow there is an attitude to maximize the time. This multitasking has become nature. He's a typical Indian motorcycle rider. The fellow will be riding motorcycle at a point. Okay. That is not enough. Behind his wife will be sitting. And she will be talking something. You didn't do that. Shut up! That fellow thing, he tells me shut up. And in between one munna is standing. Or holding the shoulder. And he is telling, Daddy, turn right, I want that. All multitasking. He goes, it's a typical thing. And now it's so common while walking, talking, keep on mobile. And when somebody is going to talk longer time, he keep doing daily chore. Yeah. Do not At home the fellow does. The housewife invariably does and the husband in the office does. He does the work, half the work. So it's so demanding life. So sometimes just sit with you. At least once a month. Find out one Sunday or something. And just summary whatever we have done. Look into it. Self-introspection will help you. Okay? So these are the sets of pages. 4 pages. 3 pages is regarding adorable qualities, and adorable quality is more adorable as a person, and sadhanas and shortcoming, etc. And last is that what you can change and what cannot be changed. I want you to compare. What cannot be changed? And there you write, what will you do which is unchangeable? You write the same thing. What cannot be changed, I would have loved if anybody had said, I will accept myself with limitations. That is the first thing. Then I will work for the change. But some contradiction also is there. But I have not bothered to correct. What all you said, I just am giving you. Okay? So before you go, pick up one sheet from both the hips. Okay? One is here and another one is here. Okay? And today evening we will have presentation about take home. What is your roadmap now? Next camp, Swamiji. When are you holding? That is my roadmap. I want in between travel also. Okay, next camp I know there is a destination. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Here is a stapler also. Should you want to staple? Stapler is lying here. Okay.